if you didn't figure it out, don't worry. This meeting will be recorded and it will be uploaded to YouTube tonight, I guess. Otherwise, welcome everyone. Right now, I'm waiting for one guy. Here he comes, Tsepo. There he comes. So Tsepo is still coming in as well. So welcome. You too, Tsepo. You are welcomed. So today, I want us to speak about the topic about how to trade reversals. So this one is a very deep topic. So because reversal can happen on any time frame, can happen anywhere and any minute, you know. So today we'll speak about reversal, how to trade reversal, and also I want you to know that we'll use what they call retail knowledge. So we won't go to smart money concept or institutional trading today. We'll go deeper into naked price action, or we will go deeper into price action trading. So I want you to bear in mind that you won't go too deep. Otherwise, I'll make sure that this session is very informative, and I hope all of you will enjoy it. Okay. So the first thing that you want to ask yourself, as I'm trying to load my chart now. So for instance, this is a USD CAD 1 hour chart. So if you were to say to yourself, okay, today it's Tuesday. Let's say it's Tuesday morning. You are looking at this USD CAD chart. So the first thing that you're gonna have to ask yourself, okay, I see this USD CAD chart on whatever time frame of your choice, whether you're on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, it doesn't matter the time frame. But even though this strategy works best when you're trading the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, weekly, and monthly, especially from the 4 hour upwards. So this strategy works very well for the higher time frame. Okay, so what you would ask yourself, you would say, okay, I see this USD CAD chart, let's say maybe on the 4 hours, and then you will ask yourself, okay, I want to trade this market today. Okay, you're gonna ask yourself, are you gonna trade a trend continuation, or are you gonna trade a trend reversal? That's the first thing that we have to ask yourself. Okay, so after you answer your question and then you said to yourself, okay, you are trading a reversal. So that's where, oh guys, okay, bear with me. Is everyone can hear me? Can everyone hear me? Okay, let me, because some other
Yeah,
guys are complaining that they can't hear me. So hopefully, hello, you still can't hear me? What about the other people? Okay, let me increase this microphone 100%. Okay, I hope you can hear me now. Can you hear me clearly? Can you type something? Please type something for me. Can you hear me? Okay, it is clear on my end. Okay, thank you, Isaac. Hopefully other guys can also hear me, because if one person can hear me, then all of you should be able to hear me. Except if if all of you can't hear me, then maybe there's a problem on my side. So also what you can do, those that can't hear me can end this meeting and then try to log in again. I will happily accept you back in. So okay, now without further wasting of the time, so let's say you want to trade a reversal. So if you want to trade a reversal on this market, okay, they are like today we'll speak about I think about three three types of reversal patterns. So today we'll speak about the reversal patterns. Okay, I know some of you can may look down on those reversal structure pattern, but I can promise you they work very well. They used to work in the past, they work in today's markets, and they will still work in the future. Okay, the first pattern that you have to look for if you are going to trade the reversal is it's a head and shoulder pattern. I know some of you have heard of it, but we need to take it very serious, because if there's a head and shoulder pattern forming, which is a bearish head and shoulder pattern, then you don't have a reason of buying. You see, sometimes you may think that you are following a trend, but by the point that you are entering, you think of entering the market. That is where that is the completion of a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, so if you don't know how a head and shoulder pattern looks, okay, let me try to annotate it. It's something like this, head and shoulder pattern. Let me try to increase. So it's something that looks like this, left shoulder, and then we have a head, and then we have a right shoulder, and then we also have something called a neckline, you know. So one thing to note, in order for a head and shoulder pattern to occur, you must have, first of all, you must have an uptrend. Okay, so for instance, let's make an example on this chart of USD CAD. As you can see, USD CAD for the past, I don't know how many weeks, but it's been going down, push, and then there's a pullback, there's another push, there's a pullback, there's another push. As you can see, it's very visible, it's very clear that this market was going down in a downtrend. So in our mind, we know that this market is going down in a downtrend. So what are we going to look for if we know that this market is in a downtrend? The first thing is must be a downtrend for this case. Remember, I said in order for a head and shoulder pattern to occur, you must have an uptrend. But no, right now we're speaking about an inverse head and shoulder type of pattern. Okay, so if we're talking about an inverse head and shoulder pattern, we want the market to be in a clear downtrend, and a line clear downtrend. What I'm trying to say is you must not doubt it that this is a downtrend. It must be so clear that this market is making lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. Okay, and then after you have identified that the market is making lower highs and lower lows, the next thing you must wait for the left shoulder. Okay, for instance, as you can see that this market was going down, this can be a head, this can be a left shoulder, this can be a left shoulder. You don't know yet, but if you don't know yet, that means you must be patient. You must be patient and wait. Let me check on the chats. Maybe, I think there's someone saying something. Okay. Let me answer this guy, Galaxy. What a nice question. The best time to make your analysis, according to my experience and according to the professional traders' recommendation, the best time frames, you know what? It depends. The first, when I answer a question, I will say it depends. What time frame do you want to use for entry? For example, if you want to trade the 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, and so on and so forth, then the daily time frame is your best time frame for making your analysis. But if you want to enter on the 4 hour, then the weekly is the best time frame to analyze the charts. So in this case, we just jumped on the 4 hours because this pattern is a universal pattern that happens across all time frames. I don't care if you are trading smart money or you are trading price action, but this one, head and shoulder, is always going to happen, and it's always going to work when you know the rules of trading it. Okay, so back to the topic. So the first thing we have, number one, we have identified that it's in a downtrend. Remember, down. All right, down T. Okay. Number two, we must find the left shoulder. Left. Yeah, so I wish I can type this thing. Okay, I think I can type it. Okay, number one, clear downtrend. Okay. Number two, you want to identify the left shoulder. Then number three, we want the head. We want to look for the head formation. As you can see, we have identified a downtrend, and then this one is a potential left shoulder. I'll just write LS. So in order for us to have a head, the head must make a lower low compared to this left shoulder. Must make a lower low. So as long as it's making a lower low, then we know that a potential head and shoulder is on your cards, which is in play. But for this case, I think it's quite clear that the market on this push from here, trying to push down, it didn't make a lower low. So meaning there's no head and shoulder. Okay, there's no head and shoulder. So after we see that there's no head and shoulder, what do? We continue with this one. Okay, this one is a what? It's a left shoulder. Potential, actually. It's a potential because it's not a complete head and shoulder. Potential left shoulder. Okay, because we have identified the other elements. I would say occurrences or elements. Okay, potential. We want this one from here to make a lower low. Apparently, it has made a lower low, but even though it barely made a lower low, for me, I would prefer it to go a little bit down. But now it's still even fine, even if it didn't make a quite lower low. So then after having this one is our head. Okay, just looking at this chart, this one is our head. Okay, so I'll just put the head because this one is a potential, I mean, it's a potential what's it, inverse head and shoulder. This one is our head. So now after finding our head, remember we want to trade a reversal, meaning if you are trading a reversal, we want to buy all this buy here, all this buy here. We are watching them, they are buying. All this buy here, they are buying. You're doing nothing because you want to be disciplined, and you want to only trade the head and shoulder reversal pattern. Head and shoulder reversal pattern. All these buys, you are doing nothing because you get trapped thinking that the market is reversing, but it was not reversing. Okay, so let's continue. So what you want next? You want this one to create an equal low, and also you want to treat this one as an area. This one is an area, not just a level, but let's treat it as an area. So if you treat this one as an area, that means I know most of you know this topic, but this one is a very important topic, because if the market is going down, then you're trying to buy. Don't try to catch the buy. I'm not saying you can't do it. You can scalp depending on your trading strategy, but I highly recommend, if you want to catch a big reversal or a big breakout, you want to wait, be patient. So what you want to do, you wait for the market to come down here, and then once it gets here, wait for a pin bar, a bullish engulfing, some sort of a reversal candlestick pattern. I'm sure some of you might know the types of candlestick patterns, but here they are very important, because once you see some rejections here, then it's a sign that this thing is gonna go up. So once it go up, you're not buying, but you are anticipating that even while it's going up, that it's gonna break this resistance. This is a resistance. Also known as a neckline. This is a resistance, also known as a neckline. This is still powerful even today. So I hope you won't get discouraged and then exit and say, no, this guy is talking about the same thing. No, it's the same thing, but it still works even in today's market. Okay, and then what you do, you wait for it to break. Otherwise, what I want to highlight is that if the market, let me do it again. Where's the eraser? I hope you can all hear me. If the market were to come up, and then come here and bounce here without closing above, then it's not a confirmed head and shoulder. Even now it's a potential, not a confirmed, We want the market to break and close above this neckline. We don't want a close of a candle like this one, like a small candle with a big wick and then with a big wick. No, we want a full candle, almost a full candle. It can have a small wick, but we prefer this kind of candle. We don't want this one, but we prefer something that looks like this one. All right. So I hope if you have a question, don't hesitate to shoot it now before we continue in the comment section. Okay, I'll erase. Okay, we want it to cross here. After crossing there, be very patient, wait for a retest. Okay, what I can say to all of us, no retest, no entry. Because if you want to try to catch a buy here, then the market will go a little bit in your favor. After going a little bit in your favor, let's say it goes a little bit in your favor, it will start looking like it's going down. And then maybe, sorry, it will look like it's going down. After looking like it's going down, then what is going to happen? You will panic and think that you are in a loss. Whereas if you enter here after a retest and put your tight stop loss, okay. So the benefits of entering at a retest is you will get a tight stop loss. You will be able to control your emotions. You'll manage to control your emotions, and so on and so forth. So right now, another element that we want from there, uh, to be buying this market. Okay, that is an example of a an example of an inverse head and shoulder. If you have a question, please don't hesitate to write it in the comment section or a compliment or whatever. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, let's look for an example of a normal head and shoulder, because this one is an inverse head and shoulder pattern. And then from here we'll move on. Let's look at USD I can see you want a clear uptrend. Remember, you want a clear uptrend in order to have a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, let's make an example with this GBP USD chart. Okay, the first, let me type it here. Number one, we want an uptrend for this one, or clear uptrend. So number two, you can take your notes if you like, or we want the left shoulder. And then number three, we want a head. We want the head. Number three, we want the head. Number four, we want a right shoulder. Number five, for it to be confirmed, we want a neckline. Remember, without the neckline being broken, then we don't have a proper head and shoulder pattern. Okay, the first thing that we have to satisfy, to have a clear uptrend. As you can see, it's making higher highs and higher lows. Okay, there is making higher highs, higher lows. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, we can see that we have a clear uptrend. So in this case, we'll use our nodes. It's a clear uptrend. Number one, we tick. Okay, here is a potential left shoulder. There's a potential left shoulder. Then here there's a potential head. Then it starts going down as we expected. Then we don't sell now. At this point of time, we don't sell, because once we sell, it's a premature sell. The market will still reverse against us. Remember, here there is a support here. There's a support here. There's a support here, also known as a neckline. Okay, so what we want, see if I can hide this thing. Okay, there's a neckline. So what we want, we have the head, number 2, we have the left shoulder uptrend, the head, and we have a clear uptrend, and then we have a left shoulder, we have a head, then we have we're looking for a right shoulder. Then once the market start going up, we want it. It's allowed to break there a little bit, because I said this one is a zone. When I said it's a zone, it means it can be 2 pips or 3 pip, but somewhere around this previous left shoulder. We want the right shoulder. We want a right shoulder. Okay, after getting a right shoulder, we don't sell. But if you are an experienced trader like me, you can sell here. Definitely you can sell. And I'm sure many of you are, at least they can call themselves professional traders or advanced traders. So us as advanced traders, we can sell here. Don't get me wrong, you can sell here, but have at least this one is your take profit number 1. At least take profit number 1, take some profit here. TP number 1, if you are selling there. If you are selling there, and then if this market is reversing, because this is a reversal structure pattern, or this is a reversal pattern, I want the market to break there. If this neckline is not broken, then this is not a confirmed head and shoulder. It means that we are still buying. It means we are still buying, because you know that there's a slogan that says the trend is your friend until it ends. So right now we already have a trend line here. So that means if the market is unable to continue going down from here, unable to break here and retest and then continue going down, then it means that we can still look to buy here on confirmation, using confirmation candlestick. So we can look to buy there. Okay, so I hope you can understand how to spot a head and shoulder and an inverse head and shoulder, using those guidelines that I have laid down for you. Without having those 4, then you don't have head and shoulder. You have a potential. You might say to yourself, okay, I have what? I have a potential head and shoulder. Okay, right now I also want us to touch a little bit on double tops, double bottom, and then triple tops and triple bottom. And also I want us to touch a wedge pattern. I want us to touch a flag pattern. And then we will be done with this meeting. So if you have a question, please type it. I want to see your questions. Oh, okay. Thanks for the question, Galaxy. Thanks for the question. Yes, you are correct. Some people they start by drawing the trend line, then support and resistance. So now I just wanted to demonstrate first, and then on the next next webinar or the next meeting, I will demonstrate how to go step by step until you find the head and shoulder, or until you find a double top, or until you find a flag pattern, until you find a wedge pattern. But if you want to understand the concept, just take what I'm sharing with you now and all those 5 steps, and then maybe after the meeting you can go and practice if you feel like you are interested in trading a head and shoulder pattern. Otherwise, that's correct. Some people start by drawing a trend line and what. I just try to go straight to the point, to avoid spending a lot of time going around or beating around the bush. So right now, let's speak about a double top and double bottom. Okay, so right now I believe, let me exit this one. I believe there's another thing okay, we can still do for to take a double top. We need, number 1, clear uptrend again. Number 2, we want a overextended trend. Overextended. This zoom. Overextended overextended trend. Okay, you ask yourself, what is an overextended trend? An overextended trend is a trend that's go like this without big pullbacks, just smaller pullbacks, nyana, smaller pullbacks, but still continue going up. Okay, this is the type of, because once it goes up like this one, overextended trend, just like this, then we know once it will reverse like this, and then reverse the whole trend and to where it started. I hope you can understand me. Once you have an overextended trend, it means it's going up, a pullback, a little bit of pullback, but once it reverses, it will go down to where it started, or even go beyond this point, And then, undo is my undo button. Okay, and then another thing that you want to erase, Okay, then another thing that you want number 3, you want a high. Then number 4, you look for equal highs. Equal highs. And then you look for a neckline, number 5. Neckline, okay? So you want the market to be going up like this, up like this. Once it make, okay, we have a clear trend, number 1. We tick. When overextended, we don't want a trend that goes like this. A trend that go like this, and then like this, like this, like this. I hope you understand when I say overextended trend. Okay, we tick number 2. We have a tick there, and then we look for a high. Then once the market makes this high, obviously it will pull back, and then you draw your resistance there. You draw your resistance, and then what you do, wait for the market to go there. Look for a pin bar. You don't sell here unless you're an advanced trader. I repeat, you don't sell unless you're an advanced trader. And then we have the high, then you tick number 3, and then once the market start going down a little bit, then you have equal highs, you tick number 3, and then you have a support here that was formed. Then this one is not going to be a confirmed double top, except if they might come and close below, and then wait for a retest. Always, if there's no retest, there's no entry. No retest, there's no entry. Then remember, the market can do anything it likes to do, because the market can come here and still continue with an uptrend, with the uptrend. We don't want that, remember. Okay, then what you're gonna do, you will only sell once it breaks here and come and retest, then you will sell. You know that it's a confirmed reversal. Also, you will be having a trend line that will be broken, which is of which trend line is a topic for another day. The steeper the trend line, okay, an example of an overextended is a steep trend line, because sometimes you can have a trend line like this, you can have a trend line like this. The market will be going in an uptrend like this. This is not an overextended move. My preference. Okay, this is not an overextended move, but once the market start going in a trend line like a 90-degree, and then it will do something like this, then you know that it's overextended. Once it breaks there, it will come back down, rushing down. It will fall like a rock. So, and then it is vice versa for a double bottom. Want a clear downtrend, and then you look for a low. Look for a low, then it will pull back, and then equal low, equal low. We're doing nothing. Then it's gonna come here. We don't buy until it breaks there, and then it can pull back to an order block. It can pull back to a supply or demand. It can pull back to whatever trading term that you like, and then it will continue going up. I hope it's clear, double tops and double bottom. So let me quickly do a triple top. Even a triple top is the same thing. The market needs to be going up, and then it will make a first top and then go down, top number 2, and then go down, top number 3. But it's not a triple top until it breaks there and pull back. We enter here on the pullback, but the pullback is allowed to go deeper. I want to highlight that the pullback is allowed to come back. Maybe here there's an order block here, or there's a supply there. It can come to that supply. It's allowed, and then it will continue as long as this pullback is lower than the number 3, than point number 3. Then we have a correct what's it, triple top. Then for a triple bottom, for a triple bottom, yes, it's a vice versa. We need a clear downtrend, and then we have high number 1, low number 1, and then a pullback, and then equal lows, equal low. Then after equal low, we want the market to break this previous. I'm just going quicker because this limited zoom, it can kick us out anytime from now. It can kick us out from any time from now. And then from here, we want the market to break this neckline. If it doesn't break this neckline, you can sell it hard here, obviously, if that's your plan, because always follow the trend. But if you want to trade a reversal, you want this neckline broken. If you want to trade the reversal, you want this neckline broken and then retested, because no retest, no entry. Want it, and then we'll buy here. We'll buy here. Okay, because of time, I won't go to a live example of a double top, triple top, double bottom, triple bottom. I hope you have gained something, or you just get you just refresh your mind if maybe you once studied those patterns and then you forgot them, or you got nice tips and tricks to trading. Because if it's not one of those patterns that we have mentioned today, don't attempt to go against the trend. That's my advice. If it's not one of them, don't attempt selling if the market is going up. Don't attempt buying if the market is going down. If it doesn't create a head and shoulder, if it doesn't create a confirmed head and shoulder, let's put it like that. If it doesn't create a confirmed double bottom, then don't buy it. That's my suggestion to you all, and I hope you have gained something. If you have a question, you can type it in the comment section, or also you can unmute yourself and say something before this meeting ends. We have only 1 minute left now. That's why I was going quicker, and I couldn't go to a live example of those other patterns. So if you have a question, please type it down, or if you have you can also unmute yourself and then say something. I can unmute many of you. If you have something to say, then you can say. If you have a comment or a recommendation, you can say something. Because we have less than 1 minute now. And also, you can let me via WhatsApp, what can we improve? What can I improve on those meetings? Or what can we talk about on those meetings? It's just that today I felt a need to speak about those patterns, because if you're gonna attempt of trading a reversal, if in your mind you say I want to trade a reversal, don't sell just because you see a red candle. Don't buy because you see a blue candle. When you are saying in your mind you want to trade a reversal, don't just look at the candle, one candle. Look at the overall direction. Look at the overall direction. Don't just go just because you see a red candle, you sell. Don't just buy because you see a white candle or a blue candle or a green candle. Don't just buy, but buy when you have saw that this thing is